Welcome back, everybody. Episode 204 of the Lookout Podcast, covering Duelist Kingdom, covering Yu-Gi-Oh, covering all things anime. I am Meelz. I am here with LJ Wheeler. What is up?
Nothing much, I wish we had something more cheerful to record about today on this beautiful, amazing holiday.
Right.
Happy Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day.
All the moms out
everyone
there.
Involved.
Yeah, listen. Mommy Meelz, Mommy LJ, the three potential women that I would like to celebrate this holiday with next year.
It's
Mother's Day.
There hasn't been, I don't know. There's not even I don't even think there's like a running manga with a good mother right now. I'm trying to think, it was like something good mother, but no, probably not. But I hope everyone enjoys the day. It's a beautiful day, New York City. I'm not sure how it is where you're at.
It's amazing today. Clear skies, 88.
It's actually a community day, but it's for a Pokemon I don't like, so I'm not gonna open my app. The Knicks are still up in the playoffs. Listen, if we had recorded sometime earlier this week, I would have been on 10 million.
Oh yeah, no, it would have been turned. Yankees clutch, Knicks clutch. It's
But it seems like, what's crazy? It's like, I really do think, and someone said this, and I wasn't sure how to think about this, but I do feel like low-key New York Knicks are like the last real like fan franchise, like the culture in the city and the feeling in the city when we were up 2-0. The amount of Knicks stuff that I saw throughout the city, I'm like, yo, we're really a city, a fan of our teams. Like, not like a fan of the player. Like, I'm sure if Jalen Brunson left, we'd all fucking hate it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Randall left, we kind of low-key still support him, but not really. But like, we kind of do. But like, low-key, like the team is what the city needs. Like the Yankees last year when they went to the World Series, the everything that happened there, even the Mets a little bit when they went to the World Series, it was like Yankees Mets. It's like, could we have Yankees versus Mets in the World Series? Like, do we want to be gassed up to that level? Like, do we want this to happen?
The city might explode. Like, it might be too much, might be too powerful.
People already see, low-key, I think because we went up 1-0, 2-0, that's where the discussion started of New York City teaching other places how to dress, because it's just way too much. Like, you're giving us too much power. You're giving us too much. You're giving us too much. Like, now we're like, this is where hip-hop started. This is where dressing started. This is where sports happened. Fuck your other teams. Fuck everybody else. And that's really kind of like how it goes, man.
It's funny because my dad was talking to me about it too when I was in. He said the same sentiment where he was like, "There's something different about the city when the Knicks are doing well." He's like,
"Oh my god!"
He was just like, obviously, diehard Yankees fans, and it's just like, when the Yankees are doing good, obviously everyone loves it.
Yeah,
and, Yankees going, but he was like, it's just a different energy though. When the Knicks are doing well, when the Knicks are good, he was like, the city is just completely different.
Bro, it is completely. I lived through a bunch of terrible Knicks years you would not have known, but the great listen, that 2-0, even if we don't win the series, we'll always have 2-0. We'll always have that. We'll always that.
You grabbed 2 in Boston, down 20 at a certain point, and they ended essentially the same exact way. Like, there's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing more like better that you can do.
The fear is they have to beat us by 20, because if they don't, they're going to lose. Like, that's really it. Like, they have to beat us down by at least 20 plus, because if it's anywhere within 10 points going into the fourth quarter, you are absolutely fucking cooked, because we have too much clutch players and they do not have clutch players. I agree with Cameron's sentiment of like, this nigga's too, pretty and like all these shape ups and shit. He's not raggedy, not gritty, not tough, no nothing. But that's kind of what I wanted to say. Go Knicks. I hope by the time we record this next week, Knicks will have advanced. But even if we don't, We'll always have 2-0. I will remember the city when we were 2-0. That's what I'll remember for sure.
Man, listen, I don't ever question Triple H's booking.
Sure.
I don't ever question it. Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's what we really need. That's what the sport truly needs, is Knicks to the conference finals. I need Jaylen Brown to rethink his entire life after losing this thing, and I also need Knicks in the conference finals. To be honest, it's probably this thing that will save Tibbs' job. I think his job is low-key saved by being up 2-0. Like, he low-key.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's just, if we lose the next 4, then maybe. If we lose the next 3, then it's pretty much like, yo, what?
Y'all.
We're winning one.
Knicks will win game 4.
We're
it.
winning. We're getting at least. We only have to win twice. You know what I'm saying? We only have to win. They still have to win 3 times. We still have to win 2 out of the next 4. Now, it is what it is. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, because we are here.
I promised to God, Meelz, I was gonna call you and quit.
Why? This is such.
I was going to write you a letter of resignation.
This is such an interesting stretch of episodes, just based on how everything went. Like,
I hate it.
This is the crux of. This is like as little story as Duelist Kingdom has. The story is, it's the things video games are made out of. Go to the island, beat everyone on the island, go face the boss in the castle. It's literally the most simple video game concept that you ever has. It's the characters that make it difficult. It's the motivations of people that make it difficult. Like, this is, to me, I looked forward to this episode based on like how much now, looking at it as a kid, so watching it as a kid and now seeing it as an adult and seeing how ridiculous this actually is. But watching it for the first time as an adult has to certainly be frustrating.
It's okay. I think that's what you're saying is like the motivations of it, and just going into this Kaiba versus Yugi Part 2, which started off.
It's raw. Yeah, it's raw. It
started off hot. I was like, oh, this is real graps right here. This was like,
yeah,
this is real playing.
The real dueling right here. Like, this
real dueling for sure.
Before we get into, hold on, I don't want to fully get into that because there's some preamble before that.
Okay.
There is some preamble before we get to Yugi versus Seto too. Because there's some character development that needs to be had. We ended off last episode with Pegasus talking to Kaiba in the prison. Mokuba, who's half alive, trying to like suck up air or whatever it is, chained to a wall, and he said, and again, the strangest concept, you must defeat that child and restore the reputation of Kaiba Corp, or this child's soul, your brother's soul, belongs to me. This, if you had heard this without knowing that it was Pegasus, you might think it was Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? You might think it's a different thing. Your soul belongs to me. Come on, man.
But know what? The more we learn about Pegasus, I'm sure he pulled that from Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure that he pulled it from MK.
So, but that is the motivation that Kaiba needs. They managed to. We get back to the main character group, which is Yugi, Téa, Tristan, Joey, and Bakura, and they have just finally escaped the cave, and now they're heading up again. This is some simple video game shit. This is like getting out of Victory Road. You know what I'm saying? Like Victory Road in Pokemon. They're trying to get their way out of. They had to go against double duels, all these other things, all these obstacles in the way to get to Victory Road. Damn, this car alarm is really like killing me right now. There we go. Thank you, sir. It's just getting out of Victory Road, but then who do you see at the end of Victory Road? Your rival. At the top of the steps, waiting for you. Nah, nigga, we gotta battle one more time. I ain't like the way that last battle ended. You know what I'm saying? It's the most simple video game shit that I've ever seen. But even before that, we get this random flashback of Téa and Yugi. I don't know why they decided to like seep this in. Oh
my god! Oh, this.
Let me ask you a question going into this flashback.
Okay.
because you watched the dub clearly.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So I want you to come up and tell me in the what happened in the sub as opposed to the dub, because
Oh,
the
I haven't
sub
watched
is
the sub yet. I haven't watched the
no, no,
sub.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
I know you haven't watched the sub. I
Oh, so
feel
you
like
want me
you
to tell you what I think happens in the sub?
I want you, yes, because it's very clear what happens based on this. So the dub let me explain the dub first. The dub is that Téa is remembering how she became friends with Yugi and Joey, or their friendship, and it goes to Téa working at Burger Palooza, and she's working this job, and then she sees her peoples there, and it's like, "Ah, I don't like that they're here. They're making me nervous because they can't know that I'm underage to work here. I'm supposed to be 18 to work here. I'm like at a burger joint. All right, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't. Yeah, I don't. To be honest, fast food restaurants is the only like business right now keeping child labor alive in the United States.
to easily, absolutely.
They're
They
like
don't come,
14, good enough.
throw them in a fryer, bro. You know that that grease popping will put some hair on your chest. I don't know what to say. Um, Teo also, she's saving up money so she can go study dance in New York City, which is thing. So upon after this, we got to a scene where it's like the scribbled note that apparently is in Yugi's voice, and it says, "Hey, I know some place where there's a dance studio. Meet me there." She meets you there. She runs into actually a mugger. Um, the mugger's trying to mug Taya. Yugi instead shows up all after the fact. He turns into big sexy Yugi, which he does the transformation. He plays his card game with the mugger. Says, "Hey, if you can draw something higher than this, or if you can say, you know, it was higher than what I draw, I won't kill you." He doesn't draw it. He absolutely kills him. Doesn't kill him. Mind crushes him. This is the sub. This is the dub. I want you to explain to me what happened in the sub without knowing what happened in the sub. The
Okay.
Teo part specifically. The Teo part specifically. You don't have to think. Burger Palooza isn't really a thing. Like, explain to me what happens in the dance studio.
Okay, so could we okay, so I think the Burger Palooza thing happens, right?
Burger Palooza thing happens for sure.
It does happen.
Yes,
Is her motives are probably still the same?
it's a little, it's a little different, but it's not nothing.
Now what does she want to do? Hip hop dance instead of ballet? She's like, I want to be a break dancer in New York.
I think she's still ultimately. I don't even know if it's dance, to be honest with you.
She was gonna be
Uh,
like old girl in the break dancing competition in the
she
Olympics.
wanted to be
Like,
Honey Daniels. She wanted to be
yeah,
Honey Daniels for
oh,
sure.
damn.
Um, but I
Oh
think it's
man,
still about
Yugi's from
dancing.
Mackay Fife. That's crazy. All right. So I'm guessing she, okay, they go through the Burger Palooza thing. She says, "Hey, I'm trying to save up, do this thing in New York." She gets a note. I'm sure that she goes and the mug. I feel the mugging thing was probably a bit more graphic,
Mm,
more, you know,
mm-hmm.
SA
Mm,
associated.
mm-hmm.
Then Yugi pulls up
Yeah.
and Big Yugi comes out
Yeah, yeah.
and then he's like, I don't like, I'm pretty sure the stakes of the game isn't more like, hey, you leave if you win, or if I lose, I'll leave, or whatever. I'm pretty sure he probably got like gasoline somewhere. He's about to set him on fire, and he's like, he was like, I will drop this lighter.
All right, you went too crazy with it.
Okay, yeah, okay, listen.
But you're on the right track. This the premise
Okay,
of the entire it's not a dance studio. Someone reveals a note. It's not even Yugi who leaves a note. Someone leaves a note that they will tell her secret that she's too young to be working there. So she goes. If they didn't come to the gym storage room, she enters the storage room and it's a pervert who's trying to film her with a camera. And she tries to fight the pervert. Um, Yugi stands up for her, challenges the card game. Everything still happens. He's like, weakest card loser being sent to the Shadow Realm. The pervert loses. He gets mind crush, falls over unconscious. He defeated the pervert. That's pretty much it. Like,
Okay.
so
Listen, man, you never know with this thing. I'm always just like, oh, this is what it is. And you're like, nope, in the sub, he actually gets stabbed in the neck. And I'm like, whoa. Wait, what?
I would have loved that. No, but I don't know why that's they're like, oh my god, yes, friendship. Um but anyway, we swing back to modern times, and Kaiba's at the top of the Kaiba's at the top of the steps, and Kaiba's like, I can't let you pass without, you know, me dueling you, Yugi. And Yugi's like, I don't have to face you.
That's the best part. He's like, man, what? He was like, you're not the final boss.
Yeah, I'm here to face Pegasus. I got the 10 star chips. You see it right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All that. He's like, I also have star chips because Pegasus threw him some star chips so he could beat Yugi. Um, so Joey's like, yo, I'll take you. And he's like, I'm not trying to face no damn Joey Wheeler. He
He was
wants
like,
to face,
I already smacked you up.
yeah, he was like, no. He's like, your heart of the cards can't save you now. You must be a punk. So it ends up leading to Kaiba versus Yugi, Bandit Keith on the ledge. He's like, I gotta see this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And we get
he
to,
was posted up in the back,
yeah, listen, man,
real
Bandit Keith,
Batman style.
oh, Bandit Keith living up to the name. Baka not nice, Bandit not Keith. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Nonetheless, this is real. Like you said before, we get into real dueling here. Like this is the first like true. I mean, we've had duels at the beginning of the game. I think the first episode had probably had the one of the better duels thus far. There's a couple of them, but this is like real deal high level dueling right here. We got Yugi who's undefeated, Kaiba who is the world champion or whatever the fuck he is. I mean, he owns Kaiba Corp. He's the world champion. He's invented this dual disc system. Um, they're dueling on top of a castle. It's a great scenery. I didn't really like the little hologram things. I like the giant cards in everyone way. Seems like a damn hindrance. I was like, you might have to figure that shit out, Kaiba.
Yeah, that was to me. It ruined the flow of things.
Yeah. Because I can see his cards, you can see their cards, but it's also a giant card in your face. But you also have to play the monsters also in front of the cards. I was like, you didn't really think this through. The UX, you need to get back to the UX writing and kind of like figure some shit out. Kaiba's entire plot for this is he's trying to obviously defeat Yugi in a major way. And realizes it takes quite a bit to defeat Yugi, but he wants to summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is fusing 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons all together. He wants to be able to do that. He's go through many other things. He's like, I summon Sword Stalker. I summon my favorite, La Jin, the mystical genie of the lamp. Like, I don't know why him saying La Jin just cracks me up so much that I always have to say it. But he does. And this is real deal Holyfield dueling. He's drawing all 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, which is not supposed to happen. Like this never happened, especially when I played the games. I'd never get to draw anything that I'm supposed to draw at the time I'm supposed to draw it. But this is also a television show, so I understand what the hell is going on. But seemingly every move that Yugi has, Kaiba has a counter for it, and then vice versa.
Yeah, it was like a real chess match. Like it was going back and forth. For a moment you're like, damn, you get against the ropes, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh wait, like Kaiba against the ropes, like Kaiba's last, what he's trying to play.
Yeah,
Where he's trying to get to. But it's like
and,
while he's trying to get to that, you're like, damn, he gotta, he's taking some pretty heavy hits. Like he's even gonna get to where he's trying to get to.
right. The point of the duel that's really the most effective comes when Kaiba plays the crush card. And it is a card where it supposedly infects your deck with a virus. I mean, not that dramatic, but hey, it's a television show. You can only play cards 1,500 attack points or lower. You cannot play anything with 1,500.
Yeah, man, when he gave his whole deck A's, that was crazy. He gave him the magic. I was like,
He,
whoa! I was like, he's done infected all the cards. I was like,
yeah,
what?
man. That's Dark Magician. That's Guy the Fierce Knight. That's Summon Skull. That's all the classics from Yugi's deck that he can't play. Not to say that Yugi doesn't have anything under 1500, but those are the major cards. So now, um, it's looking that Kaiba's getting completely the upper hand, and then he draws polymerization. It's like, finally, I finally draw the one card that I need, and he declares he's summoning a monster without peer, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and it's 4,500 attack points, and they're like at the top of the thing, and it's like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? He blasted Neutron Blast, and then Yugi's giant rock soldier is blown away, and they're like, oh my god, how is you going to become at this? Um, all
And
his
what's cool, I mean, about this stretch of episodes,
right,
um, is that even as a person who has never like really watched Yu-Gi-Oh or anything like that, there are certain things that I know about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like
right,
everyone kind of knows like Blue Eyes White Dragon. Everyone knows Ultimate, Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's like it's cool now watching it and seeing like, oh, so that's how that came to be.
yeah,
Like,
essentially,
like, oh, that's tight. And there's another moment in this stretch of episodes where I feel the same way. Like, oh, I know that I'm like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, where he's sitting up and he's pointing at the TV. Like, I know that. Like, I know. So it's just like it's cool to have a couple of those moments during these stretch of episodes. Like, oh, so that's how that thing came to be. Like, that's cool
right,
to figure out.
absolutely. So Yugi's down to 400 attack points. Uh, but he has his friends. You know what I'm saying? He's got his friends. It's like, Yugi, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? The heart of the cards, Yugi. Um, so then Yugi draws a card, and he's like, I draw the one card that could do it, and it's Karibo. And if
Yeah,
anyone knows,
this
Karibo,
is this
this
is
is
kind of
bullshit.
when the bullshit starts bullshitting.
Oh yeah, it starts revving up. But this is the heart of the cards. Right? Remember when I told you at the beginning of this thing, like heart of the cards is the most anime bullshit because it allows him to pull the best card at the best time. And in the first episode, that happened to be Exodia. Managing to get all 5 pieces of Exodia is not easy. Actually, in fact, Exodia returns in the second season, not held by Yugi, but there's an actual strategy to draw Exodia that you see for the first time. It isn't just like this like game of chance where he's like, oh my god, I hope I draw this at this right time. Oh my god, I got it. Oh shit, yes. No, there's actual strategy. Like there's magic cards you can use. There's all these things, everything to use to draw more cards, so you have a better chance at thinking Exodia. Again, Yugi doesn't do any of that shit. He has this fucking magic card called Multiply. He has Karibo. He uses Karibo with Multiply. There's a billion Karibos on the floor. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is a monster without no peer, is immediately embarrassed because this 300 attack, dual card is out here, cannot be wasted by him. Um, and then of course it starts to get spooky because now he has Mammoth Graveyard, Polymerization, and Living Arrow, which doesn't make any sense to fuse a monster card with a magic card. But hey, fuck it. This is the anime at this point. He throws at the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, you want to talk about a decapitating disease. That is what happens to the Blue Eyes White Dragon because
You was
he
like,
gets
my undead is in the heart
yeah,
inside of your living card, and now
yeah.
it's gonna rot him from this inside out.
And the nigga starts melting, and his life points start going down. And Kaiba's like, "Oh shit, must be that Yugi shit that they talk about." Um, Kaiba begins to start sweating. He sees Mokuba in the dub, and he's like, "Big brother, why won't you save me? You're a loser. You're
Yeah,
whack.
his brother starts.
You chopped." Ah.
He starts
Um,
berating him from the other side. Like,
and it's like, I failed you, Mokuba. So then Kaiba comes up with this plan. And I like what AD said in describing this. It's like, what did he say specifically? I don't want to like thing it. AD says it's kind of like your last ditch attempt to get your ex back.
oh, that was what I said.
because Kaiba's like, oh, I can't win this game. If I can't win this game, no one can win this game. So he starts back and forth, backing up towards the ledge of the castle. And he gets to the ledge and says, if you land another attack, you will kill me. You will throw me off the ledge of this castle if you land another attack. So you can choose to attack and win this duel, but just know if you win this duel, you will be a murderer. To which the big Yugi, Yami Yugi, is like, let's do it.
Like,
Let's
fuck
make it
it.
happen, Cat.
Hey, let's go. Like, hey, you ain't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah, you trying to save your grandpa or not? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
listen, bro. He's like, man, I ain't really listen. I ain't with the shit. You know, I ain't really cool. You want to play with your life? Listen,
Hey,
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Um, but little Yugi says, no, we can't kill Kaiba. You, we can't kill anybody.
It's like
So
Kaiba, no.
and Teia's like, don't do it, and so he doesn't. He has Celtic Guardian right there, and he doesn't attack. Kaiba uses Monster Reborn to restore one of the heads of the dragons for whatever fucking reason, and then he fucking uses it to attack him. He blows it away, and he beats Yugi, takes his star chips, and now Kaiba is able to enter the castle. And Pegasus is like, Chemo's just like, yo, I just now to inform you that Kaiba is being. He's like, I know. You think I don't know this? Again, I know this.
Bro,
Um,
he just berates that man for fun at this point.
absolutely. Kaiba enters the castle. Yugi's like, yo, I can't believe I almost killed Kaiba. I'll never duel again.
God, what a
Mind you.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
It would,
relax.
yeah, it would have been great if this is season again. Anyway, he's pretty distraught. This is very dramatic stuff. But everyone's like, yo, you like relax. Niggas ain't really fuck with Kaiba like that anyway. Um, there's so much more you need to do, like save your grandpa, like save my blind sister. And Mai pulls up, and Mai. Mai's always there. Mai always has something, and Mai's like, "Yo, I got some extra star chips. You really want it?" And he's like, "No, I will not
She's like, I owe
take
you.
it."
Take these.
Yeah, she's like, "Nah," and he's so then she starts berating Yugi. Is like, "You whack nigga, like you over here crying because you lost a duel. You know how many duels I've lost this season alone. You know what I'm
Like, I
saying?
lost to Joey.
Lost to
I lost to
Joey,
Joey. Like, I did. It's not like you lost to some bum. You lost to Kaiba. I lost to Joey. Like,
lost
you
to
over
some
here.
giant weirdo in the woods. Like I lost to every like so you this insulted me of you crying here in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
So
He was tripping, bro. He was like, I can't believe I almost killed him.
and
Like, I
Taya's like,
lose
you can't insult
control.
my friend like that. You can't insult my friend. To which mine's like, if you're gonna give one of these bullshit friendship speeches again, I can absolutely just leave right now. So he's like, I'll challenge you to a duel. So they go to duel. I'm not even gonna do any I'm not gonna explain this duel. This duel is trash. It's clearly
It was clear bullshit.
yeah, Mai gives up, so she can end up just giving the star chips over because she owes Yugi. So it's like, let me just surrender this shit. I could have whooped her. I could have used Harpy's feather duster. I could have done all this other shit, but let me just
Oh yeah, because even Yugi was like, "Whoa, hey," he was just
yeah.
like, "You just give it up."
Um,
Like you could have gave her the real SmackDown if you really wanted to.
yeah, but she's like, it's whatever. I didn't really need the star chips anyway. So she gives Téa the star
Shout out to
chips.
you for giving me the the correct spelling of her name.
Oh yeah, of course. Um, very hippie adjacent
Yeah, no,
for
that's definitely. They spent the summer in Mexico.
let me see. So Yugi has the 10 star chips literally in one episode flat. He's gone from zero to hero again. He's back. It don't even matter. Um, so we're now setting the stage. Everyone enters the castle. even though they don't want to let the other stragglers in. It was like, hey, you niggas don't have star chips
Yeah,
at
they were like,
all.
they're listen. They remind me of the Roman Reigns club bouncer tweet. It was like, no white tees tonight, big dog.
And he's like, y'all niggas don't have no star chips, and y'all got no star chips. Y'all belong in this castle.
It
To
was
which,
like, not tonight, big dog.
yeah,
No sneakers.
them kids don't give a fuck though. So everyone gets gathered within the castle. They don't give a fuck. They just enter the castle. Kaiba pulls up. They're like, "Oh, we have a special exhibition tool on the way." That's my croquet voice. Um, and it's Pegasus versus Kaiba. Now, this is the moment where I truly fell in love with Pegasus, and I
No,
understand it's the
Pegasus is
same
so
for you.
cold. This is Pegasus is my goat. He's the one character that's saving this entire series.
He is dramatic. He is camp. He is ruthless. He is funny. He's
He's
everything that
that
you need.
he's cool. I don't know. Like, listen, Pegasus is cool. There is no other way to put it. He gets a fit off. His hair be pressed. He's into cool things. Like, it- Pegasus is cool. He's a grown man that likes cartoons, but be
He's
chilling and drinks
Yeah.
wine and snacks on gorgonzola. Like, come on, man. Like, his level of fly is a little different than everybody else's. He
Oh,
probably
it's way
listens to
different.
Max B. Like, you know, I fuck with Pegasus.
I'm just, he's just completely different in this series. Um, Funny part before this duel, Kaiba pulls up. He's like, under one condition, you use my new dual disc system. And Pegasus is like, is this what this is called? It's like rolling. He rolls the shit on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I didn't know whether to throw or to roll. And he rolls it all over the floor. He's like, all right, well, listen. If I'm gonna use your dual disc system, you're gonna have to go under a condition of mine, and I have a certain condition as well. And I'm gonna have this person duel for me. And he brings out the damn near corpse of Mokuba. It's like, listen, Mokuba here is gonna do it for me. If you want me to use your little shitty duel disc system, Mokuba right here is gonna do it for me. To which Kaiba's like, fine, we'll duel your way. And he's like, okay, great. This is just what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
And he was like, listen, isn't it better when we all win?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we get Kaiba versus Pegasus. And to be honest with you, it's not even close. It really isn't. Like, at no point during this duel did I never think that Pegasus wasn't in control. Even the points where he lost life points is like, this is how it was just supposed to be. Like, I can't just not lose life points. Niggas gonna think I'm cheating real hard. But it's the world. I don't even know. I don't know what Pegasus role. Like, are they both world champions? I'm not sure. But it's either way. It's the creator of card games versus, I guess, the world champion, which is Kaiba, and or I guess he's back the world champion. He defeated Yugi, so he's world champion again. I guess if that's how it works.
I don't know. Is it like a boxing thing? Or is this
it,
like, it's
it
just
might
got
be.
everybody's just passing the belt. There's different sanctioning bodies.
Is there anything cool you saw in this duel that you'd like to point out? Because there's a lot of cool stuff in this duel,
Oh,
in my
Toon
opinion.
World. Completely. Toon World is the best thing ever.
No, it's pretty cool. Like,
It's cool as shit. And then well, okay. What's cool as shit is the fact that he pretty much starts off the game and was just like, I'm gonna play this card that makes me steal your card. And it was like, and I'll take that, Blue Eyes. Thank you. And then I was just like, all right, well, seems like this ass kicking is about to proceed very
my blue
as
eyes.
planned.
You know what I'm saying? One of them. The part I hate about Kaiba's very much. Kaiba's like, his inner monologue is so boring. Kaiba's like, and if I play this, then he will not be able. He will fall at my feet. Like, I'm just like, bro, Kaiba, you got to be thinking
It's
something
really
cool.
it's whack villain. It's the whack villain monologue. Like,
It's very poor. It's like, bro, you clearly don't have a personality outside of this thing. He's like, Yugi will be able to, do this, and then I will be able to beat him. And I was like, bro, you're in a monologue. Just say the words, because at this point, your inner monologue is trash. Um, this is another good duel, in my opinion. Now, it's very predictable. It's not really there isn't anything truly crazy about it. Doesn't really even see that Kaiba really has major control of this. Us as like the watcher, knowing Pegasus' secret, using his Millennium Eye to be able to read Kaiba's mind. Um Kaiba tries
and it is
to
funny too when they kind of when they start bringing up his eye and everything. It's like he can see his cards, and they're just like, oh, like some magic trick. Do they have cameras set up somewhere? They're like, oh, sneaky Pegasus. I wouldn't put it past them.
he
I was
br- go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just saying, like that part was that part was funny to me.
He brings out Dark Rabbit, which sets up the whole Funny Bunny. I used to love cartoons as a kid, and Funny Bunny was one of my best cartoons, which it brings up the inspiration behind Toon World. And they're like, nigga, we never heard Toon World before. And it's like, Toon World apparently only made one of them, and that nigga got it. And he's the creator of card games, so he made this card specifically for himself. Um,
Lit. This is what
right?
it's all about. Hey, listen, if you're not, this is what being a boss is about. If I'm not gonna be the boss, I won't be able to bend the rules in my favor every now and then.
He gets Toon World. It brings out, of course, he takes the Blue Eyes White Dragon, turns into Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Um,
That shit's so tight.
his swag is different, so tough. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Then you get an increase in power too.
yeah, but it's the way you can't really hit Toon things in the show. It's real interesting way. I mean, it ends up getting. I'm not gonna spoil it, but we get to the end of it, and Yugi goes up against it and kind of like cracks his code of it. Um, Pegasus eventually captures his other blue eyes. So now he's like real assed out. He summons Sword Stalker, Kaiba summons Sword Stalker. Pegasus, uses Doppelganger to copy a card that Kaiba has discarded. It is Kaiba's crush card. He uses it to infect his deck. Kaiba has no monsters under 1500. What a man. I mean, I'm gonna give it a bug at you. If I didn't have to tribute to summon, I also would not carry, monsters under
Listen, bro.
1500.
Hey, I'm carrying around heavy hitters all day.
If
There's
I can
no.
just roll shit on the field, yeah, nigga, 2300 the least, bro. Like we ain't playing no fucking games here.
Listen, what?
All of them, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro. This is a listen.
We kicking down the doors and be burning niggas naked. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing one of them. Like
Listen,
we
two
get
thousand.
busy with
Hey,
it.
listen, this is a 2,000 plus party only.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what? I'm not carrying around nothing less than. He's like
So
the Boosie video. He's like, find anything other than 100 on pussy. He's like, hey, listen, find anything less than 1,500 on pussy. Find anything less than 1,500 in there.
So Kaiba's pretty much an almost entire deck is sent to the graveyard for whatever reason. I'm sure he has trap cards. I'm sure he has magic cards. It somehow has discarded them all. The only card he has left in his hand is one magic card, and that's Monster Reborn, which he uses it to bring back Sagi the Clown. It's no use. He knows that he's cooked. Um, Pegasus is clowning him, pun intended. It's like your last move is to revive a clown. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's emoting over his dead body right now.
Yeah, Kaiba's like, Mokuba, forgive me. I wasn't able to do this. I did all this secret, Tom Clancy, Black Ops shit. I drove a helicopter. I defeated my rival. I I jammed the gun with a monster card.
Listen,
But I
man,
wasn't able to save you, Mokuba. And yeah, he doesn't even lose with like a destroy. He loses because he has no cards left in his deck. You wiped him out. He did it in the most embarrassing way possible. Kaiba loses. Um, and he uses, his Millennium Eye to steal him in a card, just like he did his brother. And Kaiba orders the two guards to like send him away. He's like, get him away, make him do dishes or some shit, program him to do some shit. And Yugi's like, Yugi standing there. He's like, damn. So then Yugi transforms into Yami Yugi. He's like the big homie. He's like, fuck this nigga, man. We gotta get him. We gotta. He's moving too strong. He's moving like Shug. You know what I'm saying? He's moving too crazy right now. He's too confident. He hasn't been touched at all. But guess what? I'm gonna win this Duelist Kingdom tournament, and I'm going to put my hands on him through Duel Monsters, obviously. And yeah, that ends that episode, but we have one more episode after this. It's like the preamble. It's everything that happens in between the tournament, the finals of the tournament started, and this sham of a duel. They have to, it's like we get the Scooby-Doo trope, Scooby-Doo crew of Téa, Bakura, and Tristan trying to figure out Pegasus' secrets. Niggas went to the duel thing, is like, yo, there's a hole with a light that points towards a thing. Oh my god, he must be able to see through them. I could see. So they climb up the side of a building.
Oh yeah, in a very Bagro going, Tristan, that's not the rope, that's my leg. He's like,
he climbs up the building. They go into the castle and they see kind of like, oh, this must be Pegasus's room. So they enter the room and they see all these a painting of a woman, which is going to be pretty significant next episode that we talk about it. But I'm sure you can imagine what the hell it is. But you see the painting of a woman. Pegasus walks in. He's like, how dare you, thing into my room. He tries to take him to the shadow realm. He gives him to this no dimension where it's ancient Egyptian card games. This is essentially what the second season will a lot more be about, is the ancient Egyptianness of it all. We haven't really got too ancient Egyptian in there, but by the second season, all you're gonna be hearing is ancient Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? Ancient Egyptian card games, ancient different Egyptian hieroglyphs, ancient Egyptian trap cards, ancient Egyptian everything, ancient Egyptian god cards. So you'll hear all of that, but you get to see like this is how they used to play duel things back in the day, and it was shadow games, and if you lost, you were sent to the shadow realm, aka killed. And Pegasus reveals himself. He wants to, send all these niggas to the shadow games, but Bakura's here. Bakura, the demon Bakura.
yeah,
And he's like,
Yeah, the Australian accent went away. He came back. He was like, nah, nigga.
Yeah. Turned into Skepta or some shit like that.
I was like, why is his voice so dead? I was like, nigga, that's an evil nigga. Like, he definitely got an evil millennium item.
Yeah,
that's
what sure.
Like that's a good villain voice. Like, Kaiba doesn't have that.
They're all supposed to be evil. It's just Yugi's is now less due to events. If you look at season 0, he's definitely evil, but then he becomes less evil over time. So he's the good one, but like all these ancient Egyptian ass niggas definitely evil. Yami Bakura is like, because he wants to steal, he wants to empower, he wants to take the Millennium Ring, he wants to take the Millennium Puzzle, he wants to take all of these stuff. Thank you. He wants to take all
crazy pool.
Yeah, I know, right? Again, I live on a wide street, a busy street, the street of all streets. However, you can't take the Millennium, but you can't really like take someone's Millennium Puzzle. You kind of have to have a Millennium Puzzle thing to be able to really steal someone's Millennium Puzzle. You can't just really take it out of the blue. So Bakura inadvertently saves them all, and blocks out all their memory of everything, and everyone ends up in the room. Um, Also during this episode, they set up like who's gonna face who. It was like in your soup is an eyeball, and everyone's like, "Ew, nigga!" And you're like, "In the eyeball has a letter, and the letter will determine who you're gonna face." I'm like, "Nigga, isn't there 4 people here?" I was like, "How many combinations can there be?" And then it's just A versus B and C versus D. I was like, "All right, bro. All right, you got it. You got it."
Yeah.
Um,
It was. I just need these. I just need these the battles to start. Let's cut to the chase.
so
Uh,
the first duel is going to be Yugi versus Mai, and the other first round is going to be Joey versus Machine Gun Kelly. No, Bandit Keith, and that's
Squash.
gonna they're gonna kick off. They end up not being squash matches. It actually gets all the good battles are here moving forward for sure. Um, they end in the way you probably expected to end, but they're going to be good battles nonetheless. And next episode, we'll actually be talking about every
Did we
battle.
talk about Yugi talking to his grandpa?
Oh yeah. See, I don't. The thing about that is,
He's like, you have to learn how to use the Millennium item, Yugi. That's the only way you're gonna be able to beat Pegasus.
that is very accurate. Shout out to you for tapping into that. Um, and it's like this supposed to be like this symbolic dream, but it kind of like goes right over my head. Keep buck with you. It wasn't memorable because according to various other things in the dub, in the sub there's supposed to be like crosses, and because 4Kids won't allow any um
Anything cool?
yeah, religious imagery to be tainted on their show, they end up being like these just wall things. Um, and it just it just is what it is. But that part flew over my head. But it's definitely a thing. It's supposed to be. It's this prelude to how Yugi will eventually use his Millennium Puzzle to in the battle with Pegasus. But it's like, save us, Yugi, please. Um, and that's kind of it. Old man's there. Um, Next episode, we'll be going over the remaining duels of this Duelist Kingdom tournament. That includes the opening matches, which is Yugi versus Mai, and then Joey versus Bandit Keith, and then the finals match, which I won't spoil for you, but I'm assuming you know what it is, and then the battle between Pegasus, which I'm sure you know what it is at this point. So we're covering all of that, episodes 29 through 39. So make sure you guys tune into this. It's pretty dramatic, especially the final duel with Pegasus. It gets pretty long in the tooth. So it's definitely the most lengthy of the battles. We get into like, what's that fucking show that I like? Haikyuu, uh, Haikyuu thing with like the parts of this battle. I think I'm just
I
gonna say
haven't watched
Yugi.
Haikyuu yet. I can't find a dub.
It's very tough. They clearly don't care if you watch it or not because it
I
should
heard
not
it's
be this
great
hard to find it
though.
down. No, it's fucking amazing, but yeah,
Whatever. You know what? Fuck it. Sub me, baby. Just
it shouldn't be
gotta.
this hard to
Really,
find a
the thing
dub for
is that I
Haikyuu.
just gotta put my phone up.
It shouldn't be this hard for anyone to find a dub for Haikyuu. Like, hold on, let me look. Crunchyroll.
There's not one on Crunchyroll, and there's not one on Netflix.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be this hard. I had to go through a lot of circumstances to find that second season dubbed or whatever. No, the third season dubbed. Um
I can't even
yeah,
watch the first season dubbed.
yeah. It's tough. They
I
clearly
can't.
don't.
Maybe I'm just bad at my job.
No. It's not you. It's them. It's them. They clearly don't want us to enjoy Haikyuu. Maybe we should complain about it. Um, that's what I would love to do. It took them a while to put fucking Dragon Ball Super dubbed on fucking Crunchyroll. They can do Haikyuu.
Oh, and also, never mind. Let me not say that. I'll text it to you. I got some words. I got some words for Crunchyroll.
With that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Also, if you have not seen on my timeline, I wrote a great piece for OK Player
Yes,
about
read it. Anime
yeah,
is hip hop, baby.
yeah. It was a great piece. Shout out to OK Player for saying like, hey, can you write this? We have this idea. Could you put it together? And I definitely did, and I think it's amazing. Um, so definitely tap into it. And yeah, that might be it. Next week we got 2 more episodes of this. Um, I think next week we're probably gonna have to bring in Cyrus for this one. Um, Cyrus was someone who's been a part of all the previous Yu-Gi-Oh things that we've done before this season. So I feel like it's only right to bring him in for this final set of battles to really kind of explain. He's tapped in. He knows everything that's
Yeah,
going
I
on.
know. I haven't reached out to him yet for his wisdom because I've been trying to make sense of it on my own. So I'm excited for next week. Feel that I'm gonna get some lore.
Right. And a bunch of other things. You won't get anything more than what we did. This is the greatest podcast ever. But with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, don't meet us there, beat us there. This is Lookout, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.